Fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, Afechamaka Jere here, Pastor Van Van Van. I want to bring you some of the updates you may have heard of, or you may have not seen them on videos or in pictures. Our Minister of Finance, we call him Minister of Opoho or Minister of Ejemma, have, under the leadership of Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, this minister has been doing wonders. Awesome, I'm telling you. You want to see the action taken by him and our chief lobbyist, Elias Giras. His the other name is always difficult for me to pronounce, but Mazi Elias, as I will give him today, he's Mazi because he's a lover of truth. He has connected with our prime minister even before this whole thing started. So I'm going to bring the video for you. You watch, okay? And then you thank me later. Thank you. I love you all. Paul.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear friend, Dr. Ngozi. It's wonderful to greet all of you. And I'm happy to greet you because of the history we have been making. I mean, look at the progress we have made in such a short period of time. We've met, especially this past month, with many top members of Congress, including meeting members of Congress on more than one occasion. I know many of you have seen the photos that we've had, but you should also know that these were not just photos. We've had substantive meetings with these members of Congress, sometimes for 1 hour, sometimes for 1 hour and a half. We've been educating these people extensively, most of whom were not aware or didn't have a nuanced understanding of the Biafra issue. Now they understand the Biafra issue. They want to do things to support us. We had 2 meetings with Speaker of the House of Representatives, and to encapsulate the importance of this, the Speaker of the House is the 3rd most important person in the United States government behind the President of the United States, the Vice President. So not just one of the most powerful people in the United States, but in the world. We met with the top people, not just people in Congress, but top people in Congress, chairman of committees, chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Mike McCall, chairman of the Africa Subcommittee, John James. We even had a nice exchange with chairman of Judiciary, Jim Jordan, prominent personalities like Senator Ted Cruz. And so we've made enormous progress, and now we're going to be moving from the awareness stage, which we will be continuing because there are 535 members of Congress. And we've been very aggressive in terms of trying to close the information gap. In terms of the meetings we've been having, anyone we've educated has been very sympathetic and supportive to what we've been telling them. The only challenge that we have is the lack of knowledge about Biafra. But we're closing that gap very quickly. There were days where Oge and I, or the finance minister and I, would have 3 meetings a day with 3 different members of Congress. So we're moving very aggressively to close that information gap. And this is really historic, the level in which we're having these meetings. I mean, frankly, I'm not sure if Tinubu could meet with some of the people we met with, frankly. I don't think he would get his appointment. So I think we should be very proud of all of our ministers. You should be all very proud of yourselves. I mean, every day we're having so much success in D.C. I'm punching the zoo in the face every day, and I've been punching them so much now my hand's getting tired. I have to take a little bit of a break this weekend because we've put them on the defense. And we see this. We see this in very practical terms. The Nigerian government is so scared now that they're having their army, reach out to Amnesty International, to ICC. They're crying to these people because they're totally freaked out by our meeting with the Speaker of the House and members of Congress, and we're going to get them more freaked out. I'm telling you, when we continue, we're going to see Tinubu go out there and he's going to start crying. I said this from the beginning, that I'm going to make sure that he starts begging for help. So we're going to continue to press them. We're going to continue to give Zoo blow on a daily basis with our successes here in Washington. And there's some major things that we're doing behind the scenes. We've gotten commitments from members of Congress. I can't go into all the details, but commitments from members of Congress to press the Biafra issue, both with the executive branch and also international bodies like the United Nations. So you should be prepared in the coming months to see some major movement as a result of the engagements we're having. And I just want to say also that the members of our government, we have an amazing team here. I mean, the Minister of Finance, what a man of dedication. I mean, he's been, having all these meetings with me, coming to DC, taking the time, sometimes for the full day. We have Dr. Ngozi, who, we're working on a daily basis, right? Always having important phone calls. The Prime Minister, who's always working 24 hours a day. I don't even know if he is getting any sleep, So, we just have such an inspirational team that we have here. We're achieving a lot of very significant results. I think we are shocking not just Nigeria, but the world. And this will help us, in terms of getting that momentum when we hit December 2nd and beyond December 2nd. And so I think we should all be very excited. But we're not going to take a break or rest in our laurels. We've had these great achievements this past month, but we're going to continue to ramp it up, continue to give very deep blows to the zoo on a regular basis. And trust me, you're going to continue to see them panic. You're going to continue to see them do more and more desperate things. And, we're not going to stop until victory is achieved, as I said in the beginning of this journey. So thank you. Again, I always believed that we would make a lot of progress, but even I have been pleasantly surprised about how quickly the progress has come here in Washington. So this has been a fantastic journey. I encourage all of you to follow our activities. Many of these meetings we're posting on X. So, we're doing things unlike previously in a fully transparent, democratic process. We're not hiding anything. The people we're meeting with, we're posting photos. We're also posting videos too, because some of our enemies from the zoo, they were, complaining that, oh, these photos are photoshopped. So now we're also showing brief videos of these meetings. So, they can't say anything. Now the zoo is so desperate, they're coming up with more and more crazy conspiracies. One conspiracy they made about me was that, oh, well, Elias is a clone and the real lobbyist is somewhere else. This shows you how desperate the zoo is and how desperate the saboteurs are, that they're, resorting to all these completely crazy conspiracies. They just cannot handle the success that we're having. So, I'm very delighted with all that we're doing. I thank you for all that you do, because, you have been supporting our efforts, the Biafran people. So thanks again, and I look forward to celebrating more of our successes together in Finland. So thank you, Prime Minister, Your Excellency. Thank you, ministers of the government, and thank you to everyone on the Zoom and the people of Biafra. And long live a free Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Elias, for that update. We're looking forward for even more better days ahead. We know that we are going to break many walls and many doors.
Yes.
You have done a very good job, and do not worry about what the enemy says and how they push their propaganda, and it is part of the game. So, what we do is that we use them for our own benefit. So whenever they make this propaganda, they promote the activity of the government. And any day they stop the propaganda, we manufacture something for them to continue. I'm telling you, that's the only way we create awareness. We use our media, use their own media too. So while they are busy thinking they are making propaganda, we give them more job to do. And of course, when people go to watch them, they are not just only taking in, assimilating what they are saying. they are also going to look at our own side.
Yes.
And then they make their own judgment. That's exactly what is happening. So that's why when the more they do this propaganda, the more they go down. And they will never understand how it is happening. So people will go and listen to them, and then they will come to us to know what is actually going on. And when they see, they judge, the two, and they will leave them and run away from them. So that's exactly what is happening. So let them continue. And anytime they look as if the propaganda is reducing, I will do something else.
Yeah.
Because I am telling you the fact, I can never allow them to have peace. I will bring more things for them to continue to do propaganda. Believe me, the more propaganda, the more the government is excelling. Go and check it. Anytime the propaganda stops, it's as if something is taken away from us. So we must understand that is the only way we promote our own activities and projects through their own media.
Yes. Well, I assure you, Prime Minister, we'll continue driving them crazy on a daily basis.
Yes.
And if I ever find this Elias clone that the Zeus says exists, I'll let you know if I find this other Elias. So.
Yes. Thank you very much.